it. A real wrestling head here to replace the critics. Lay low online with two-facing physics. That's the squad while these niggas act hard. Low, let me know who's really hitting the mat hard. Harder than a backyard brawler who can't seem to ever become the neighborhood champ. Taking lumps, boy, bruises and bumps, boy. Wrestling on we ain't no chumps, boy. Come join the party. The crown, we take it and stay paid. I'm a career heel, never breaking kayfabe. Word to Mr. Wonderful, filling the Raptors, Mr. HD, aka the new Bill Apter. You other podcasters had your chance to show off, and that was your last match. Consider this the blow off. Wrestling on we, wrestling on we.
Hey, this is the original bro, the king of bros, Matt.
This is RVD.
This is Leo Rush.
And you're watching the On a Wrestling High podcast.
On a Wrestling High podcast.
And you're tuned into the one and only On a Wrestling High podcast.
Right here at Wrestling on Weed.
At Wrestling on Weed.
At Wrestling on Weed.
Like the video and subscribe today, bro. Later.
And now, hailing from wherever the gas at, weighing in at 420 pounds, your IWC Undisputed Champion.
You know what time it is. Shout out to the homie King Aka Physics in the building. Well, he's not in the building, but that's his line. But you know what time it is. We in the building, man. And I got my homie, as always, super high, Travis Sly. You see the motherfucking new logos, man. You see my man got the super fly, super high logo over there. You see me with the motherfucking Mr. HD logo over there. You know what I mean? We trying to spruce it up a little bit. I'm always over here changing up shit. So I hope y'all like the new overlays or whatever. We got a long jam-packed show today. Hopefully I don't wake my son up being too loud because it's a lot going on in the wrestling world right now. I'm sure, as you all know. If you were tuned in a few minutes ago, apologize for the stream acting up. I don't know what was going on with that. The whole stream literally just shut, my whole eCam just shut down and it reopened, so we didn't have to restart the stream, thankfully. So we good to go. Trav, how you doing over there, good brother?
I'm chilling. You know, it's hotter than two rats humping in a wool sock outside right now. So, you know.
Nigga, speaking of, let me go ahead and
yeah.
I don't even like the sun right now, nigga. Me and the sun is beefing. Look, I'm trying not to curse in the first few minutes of the show. It's just like the heat just make you angry. You just don't want to start cursing. Yeah, bro. It's so hot, man. Oh my God. I want to take my son to the pool. It's too hot to go to the pool.
Bro, I live it's a 5-minute walk away from my job, bro. By the time I got home, I was
drenched. I already know. I already know. You know what I mean? Probably helped your waves, though. You know what I mean? Gave you a couple extra. Waves looking a little moist and crispy up there. You know what I mean? Jones like,
talk about it. What you talking about?
Well, yeah. Help them waves, though. A little sweat never hurt. Never hurt them waves. You know what I mean? But that's what's up, man. We got a jam-packed show. We're going to talk about Bray Wyatt tweeting. We're going to talk about AEW possibly hiring one of your favorite commentators, one of my favorite commentators. We're going to talk about Seth Rollins going in on some innocent bystanders. Maybe not so innocent bystanders. We'll talk about that in a minute. We're going to talk about JR being thirsty. If you saw my Instagram yesterday, I had to post that because that was just hilarious. So we'll get into that towards the end of the show. We'll also talk about Cody Rhodes and the award that he won last night for one of the greatest matches that I've ever personally witnessed in my 30+ years of watching wrestling. So we'll talk about that, and we'll start the show off by recapping what we witnessed last night on AEW Dynamite. It was an okay show. There was good things and there was stuff that I wasn't rocking with it. It's like sometimes it feels like before we get into it, sometimes it feels like I'm watching two different shows because it's multiple brands on the same show. So it just gets a little convoluted and a little cluttered for me. And it's like I'm seeing 80 wrestlers in a 2-hour span. You know what I mean? And sometimes it just feels like, it's just overloading my senses with wrestlers. And I can't remember who's feuding with who or what match is supposed to be important or what I'm supposed to care about because it's so much being jam-packed because their roster is so thick. And not only do they have their AEW roster, but they got Ring of Honor and they got Impact. Well, they're working with Impact. So it's like, it's a lot to digest. And sometimes you have nights like last night where it's just nothing really goes together. And AEW has a lot of problems right now. I know there's a lot of people that love AEW. I am one of them. The product in ring is overall better than what we get from WWE on a much more consistent basis. That is without a shadow of a doubt. The stories be making more sense when they execute them properly. They've definitely created a high level of competition for WWE, but that doesn't mean they're without faults, and we'll talk about those. But let's get right into the show without further ado. Trav, what was your what were the highlights for you from Fyter Fest last night? Oh, no audio. Your audio went out.
No, I was saying I didn't know if you wanted to go from beginning to end or just choose.
Nah, we just picking the highlights. We ain't gonna review the whole show. Yeah.
Well, first of all, Jungle Boy's back, so
yes,
excited for that.
Yes,
excited for that.
So, what did you think about that segment?
I thought it was cool.
The way it worked out, it was Christian and Luchasaurus came out. They did their whole entrance. Luchasaurus did his whole new hill entrance with the fire, looking like the Jurassic Kane. And they came out, and then Jungle Boy's music hit. Well, I think Luchasaurus destroyed somebody first, and then Jungle Boy's music hit.
Yeah.
And then who was it?
No, I was saying Christian and Luchasaurus was in a tag match.
They was in a tag match.
The Varsity Blondes.
Yeah, Varsity Blondes.
Christian Cage didn't
want to run
filthy last week, so
he's hilarious, show.
Luchasaurus basically killed both of them niggas. Then Christian tagged himself in and hit and got the pin, the easy pin.
So ridiculous.
Jungle Boy music came out, huge pop, whatever.
Huge pop, massive.
And I was kind of expecting this to happen because if this was WWE, it would have been Luchasaurus against Jungle Boy, which I wouldn't have minded seeing, but it's cool to see like different shit. Like you don't gotta always break somebody up. You feel me?
Right.
And Luchasaurus just not even questioning his loyalty to Jungle Boy.
Right. They better have a very good explanation, bro. That's all like next week they better come out and if they're gonna keep this and it's not like a double swerve or nothing like that, and Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy are really getting back together, which they should. They should be a tag team. Like it is what it is. I think they both could be single stars too. So
absolutely
break them up. I don't really care. I just want the story to make sense more or less. But they gonna have to explain why he joined. Like we still don't know what Christian be whispering in his ear. Like what did he say? Yo, Jungle Boy fucked your baby moms. Like I don't know what he told him. I don't know why he's mad. Why he decided to side with Christian in the first place. So they need to make it clear. You know what I mean? So we know what's going on. I'm trying not to cuss the first 10 minutes of the show. I just can't help it. Please, YouTube, don't suppress our video. But yeah. So yeah, I thought that it was cool. I'm just waiting on next week. Now I'm like, all right, that's kind of confusing. I get it. But now what's Christian? Like he's just a single star now?
This feud is going to continue, obviously, but I just feel like, Christian is like a master manipulator. And while Jungle Boy was out, he was able to get into Luchasaurus' head or whatever. But once Luchasaurus physically saw Jungle Boy back, he's like, man, I can't go turn my back on my mans like that.
True.
They
can explain it like that.
It can be simple as that.
You're right. It could be
complicated.
But they have to explain it. Like they can't just say nothing. They can't just say because they didn't say nothing last night. He just smiled at him and was like, and they chased him out of the arena. But
Yeah,
they're gonna have to give us some kind of explanation next week. But what else happened on Fyter Fest last night? That was you know what? We got to mention this, bro. It was a hip hop festival. I think South by Southwest was going on in Atlanta. Maybe they moved it from Texas to Atlanta because it was just the hip hop showcase at AEW Fyter Fest last night.
I don't get tired, but that's all I can
Who
think.
said that?
Because that's Kevin Gates' like slogan. Like,
Is it? Oh, that's why you. Oh, I didn't know that was his slogan.
That's
Okay,
like Kevin
okay.
Gates' slogan. Like on his Instagram, he ends on his man. I don't get tired. Like,
Okay.
So,
That's what's up. I mess with Kevin Gates tough, bro. Like he's one of my favorite MCs. Like he's
Kevin
dope.
Gates is cool. My son, you see my son West Side front row.
Of course. He always at the
always.
shows. Both of them always at the shows.
And what I found funny is that West Side kind of looked jealous that Kevin Gates got involved with all this shit.
You saw that, right? He was a little salty, like, bro, I'm here every week. I'll be at all the shows. Y'all gonna call this man to do this? Like, I'm the fan. I'm the real fan. Like, you saw it in his face a little bit. They gave him a glass of champagne, though. He was involved a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
He was getting a sip of champagne.
Yeah, Kevin Gates. Yo, did he really snuff Tony Nese?
It looked like he snuffed him. It looked that was one of the cleanest, worked punches that I've seen. Like Stone Cold need to get some lessons from Kevin Gates. That's what's going on. A lot of wrestlers, Kevin Gates learned from Shane McMahon. We gonna potato these niggas. Fuck it.
Yeah, sandbags.
He will make it look real by making it real. That's what we gonna do. So yeah, it was definitely he grabbed Tony Nese by the chain and gave him, gave him a little punch to the jaw. Then Swerve put a cake in Mark Sterling's face. So it was funny. I think they're gonna do something between Swerve and Our Glory and Tony Nese and somebody else maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you got to start somewhere. I guess. So,
yeah. If you're not gonna have the Bucks involved, yeah.
They had this whole shit going on for like weeks now, like with Tony Nese trying to get everybody in the back to sign the petition to get Swerve out of AEW and shit. So yeah, I mean, unless Tony Nese gets a partner, I don't see who that really could be. I don't know if that would be just a single feud in between.
Nah, they can't do a singles feud. Not right now. They just became tag team champions.
Like a mini feud. Might not even a whole feud. Probably like
right. Just a match
like
maybe.
Or two.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't want to see him in no comedy matches though, and I feel like if Mark Sterling's involved, there's gonna be some comedy stuff, and I just don't want him. Like I want them in real feuds. I don't want them to be a joke off the break. Like I want them to go up against Hobb and Starks. Like that's the match we want right now. Like you said, I wouldn't have been mad. We was talking about it on the review show. Like I wouldn't have been mad if Starks and Hobbs actually won the belts. So they definitely need to be in line for the belts. And now they're making more tag teams in AEW and put more people together. So I think that's a must because you got to do something. I want to see Swerve and Our Glory versus The Acclaimed. Like that's another feud we have to have. You not going to do Max Caster and Swerve battle rapping? Like
I was about to say because they both baby faces now though.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
I wouldn't mind seeing that shit.
Yeah, it would be a great feud if you had those guys going. I think, Swerve just feels like a heel to me. You know what I mean? But
he's a tweener for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely a tweener. He's like at any moment he could flip the switch. Keith Lee is definitely a babyface. He's just babyface through and through. He's hard to hate. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys hard to hate.
Talking about Ricky Starks. Did you hear the crowd for that motherfucker?
They love him, man. He's over now. He earned it though.
Yeah, he definitely earned it with them fucking promos that this motherfucker been doing the past couple of weeks or whatever. Even the promo after they lost the match was fire. So,
fire, everything.
He fought 2 Dimes last night.
Yeah, who is 2 Dimes? Well, no, 2 Dimes is I know who that is. The dude from NXT that just got fired.
Yeah, he got fired, and now his name is
Cole. He got murdered. Technically, you know what I mean? He got that body. You know what I mean?
Ricky Stark said last time we saw you was sleeping with the fishes or some shit like yeah. So they had a cool match, whatever. But after the match, Ricky Starks is on his baby face calling out everybody, like doing an open challenge, whatever. Danhausen came out. I don't think Danhausen's gonna beat him, but I think this is like the start of possibly Hook coming to take the FTW
Danhausen
title
should
from Ricky
never
Starks.
beat anyone. He shouldn't beat anyone. Let's be clear. He should never win a match.
So yeah, I think it's gonna lead to Hook eventually taking the FTW title from Ricky Starks, and Ricky Starks go to try to
And
get
then
a
retiring
TNT
it,
shot. Or,
please, AEW, just retire the FTW championship. No one wants that ugly ass belt on TV no more. Nobody. No one asked for it. You just gave it. You forced it on us because you ain't have no belts when you started. Now you got too many belts. We don't need that one. So it's you can't bring trios titles and what is it? Their own version of the Intercontinental Championship and all this crazy shit. Like we don't need the FT. Nobody cares. It's like, what are you winning? It's not even like a recognized championship by the company. So it's like, how are they even sanctioning matches to exchange the belt? I don't get it, but whatever. It is what it is. One more thing, I guess we talking about the hip hop stuff. Jermaine Dupri was also on the show. He came out with he didn't do nothing. He just came out and sat at ringside while Jade Cargill beat up a couple people. She actually had a pretty good match. Her match was actually probably the best match on the show, I would think. Like
on
I'm
the
trying
show?
to think. Because that main event, I'm good.
Hold on,
no, I'm sorry. I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. I'm sorry. I take it back. I take it back. The first match was the best match of the night. I'm sorry.
Not even versus Brody King murdering.
Yeah, he killed that guy. Good Lord, bro. That finish, bro. I'm glad they replayed that because it looked like he dumped him on his head. Fortunately, he's a pro like the Undertaker, and he like dropped him in his lap. But it looked horrific. Like that man, he literally tombstoned him. Like it wasn't no power bomb. That was a tombstone.
Nah, yeah, I've seen him do that to bigger motherfuckers the same way.
It's like driving them down. I'm like, yo, bro, that's so scary. That's so scary. Did you see my video that I posted of AJ Styles and
I think
Theory
so,
doing that Styles clash? Like it's almost like if he don't tuck his chin right there, Darby's dead. You know what I mean? It's like he's wiped off the face of the earth. It was almost the same for Theory. Theory almost ended himself on Monday night. But yeah, I thought those were all the highlights, and obviously we talk about the main event. Man.
Shit. Yeah.
First of all, first problem, I'm sure you noticed, 13 minutes left in the show.
Right.
When the match started. When the intro started. It's like, wait a minute. You ain't even got 20 minutes, my nigga. You ain't got a regular match time amount. Like, what are you supposed to believe? What we supposed to think is going to happen here? You know what I mean? It's like, y'all about to rush through the match. Like, I already knew how the match was going to go. Based on the setup for them. It's a steel cage, barbed wire. Like, y'all got to get to it quick. You only got 11, 12 minutes to wrestle. So, they didn't waste no time. Eddie Kingston literally grabbed the mic from Shorty while she was doing the introductions and just start beating Chris Jericho.
Yo, just Eddie Kingston's face on his way to the ring, like, I'm about to kill. I
would have ran. If I was Chris Jericho, I'd have ran. When I saw him walk into the ring smiling and licking his lips like he was about to eat me alive, I would have been like, you know what? I got something to do. I'll be right back. Out of it, out. He looked like a psychopath. He was like, I'm about to all blood. I was like, oh, hell no. But the match was okay. These guys tossed each other into barbed wire a couple times. And it's just like,
Fuck it. Anna Jay turned heel.
I guess that was probably the biggest thing of the night outside of the botched cage key situation. Because they had the Jericho Appreciation Society suspended. If you know, you know. They had them suspended in a Shark Week. Shout out to Shark Week because I love Shark Week. I have sharks tattooed all over me because I love the water. So I'm excited for Shark Week. Always am. So they had all the Shark Week stuff going on. And then I didn't realize that's why they're doing it, but it makes sense. The network wants to integrate Shark Week into what they're doing, so they got a shark cage. Hey, so they got the JS and the shark cage. Shark cage looked dope. It was off to the side. It wasn't over the ring, thank God, because I'd just been too nervous. That thing snapping and killing somebody. But they had it off in the crowd where nobody was underneath it. They had it like a spotlight on it, so it looked dope. So the aesthetic of the thing looked cool. It's a problem. Because after the heel turn, because they had Ruby Soho for some reason, controlling the all right, I mean, just like it just looks like they're setting up an angle when they do stuff like that. Like, why is she doing that? That's not her. She's a paid professional wrestler. Why is she operating the like she's gonna be the one to make sure that it don't go? What if a dude just came out and took it from her? She's a girl. Like what if what if one of the dudes just give me this shit? I'm in control. I'm control now. I'm the captain now. And that's basically what happened, except for it was girl. It wasn't even a dude that took it. It was two girls that beat her up and took it. But yeah, so Anna Jay and Tay Conti beat her up, took the key. And this was the funny part, because as Tay Conti tried to open up the cage, apparently her hands were sweaty, or the key shrunk, or something.
I think she was nervous or something, probably.
You just see her just hand the key to one of them. She was like, here, you do it.
This is her second crazy, like, because you remember in the Blood and Guts match when the bottle of alcohol fell out the ring and she was trying to push the shit back
do the thing, and it looks so terrible for like 5 minutes. She's trying to squeeze a water bottle.
All the alcohol is pouring out the motherfucker while you're trying to squeeze it in there. Like, but yeah, you know, it is what it is.
Oh man, that was funny.
So I ain't mad at her.
Yeah, but it was just
looked crazy.
It was so messy, and then it got worse because once they couldn't get the key. The key to work. I would have rather they just been stuck in a cage. It would have been funny.
Yeah.
These niggas just walked through the bars. Jake Hager climbed out the top of the bar. So they all could have got out. The key was clearly unnecessary for everybody. All they needed was the apparatus to lower the cage. They never even needed the key. They literally squashed between the bars. The worst jail cell cage I've ever seen. It was literally a shark cage. Like, yeah, a shark can't fit through that, but my nigga, a human can just slide right through. Oh, man. So I thought that was pretty damn hilarious. But the match ended. Jericho hit a Judas effect. Eddie Kingston missed the back spinning back fist. Oh, yeah, smoke time. Eddie Kingston missed the spinning back fist. And, that was fun. Did you see him miss that? He whiffed on that joint.
Yes, I was like, damn, man.
He missed him by a whole half a foot. I was like, you did not touch him, bro. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, you can tell they was just trying to get the match over with.
But even he laughed at it, though. He kind of chuckled, like, whatever. And they just kept going. But Chris Jericho hit the Judas effect after a little. Sammy Guevara got involved and helped him out. And after that, Eddie Kingston just, he beat up both of them and threw Chris Jericho into a barbed wire bed. Or whatever. And
we forgot to mention the fact that the BCC came out.
Oh yeah. I mean, because
I feel like I gotta say pause every time I say it.
You're 1,000% correct, because it's so weird calling them the BCC. I know, even though it's not BBC, which is the actual term, it still sounds too close. It's
too close, man. Too close.
Too close. But yeah, so they came out, but it was unnecessary. It felt like. I mean, I get it. They had them in the shark cage, so they had to come and make this. I get it, but it was too much going on in a 10-minute match. That was too much. Like, that's what you do that stuff if you got the full 20 minutes. At that point, once they realized that shit wasn't gonna work, they should have just left them Bamas in the shark cage. You know what I mean? Been like, y'all just have y'all match, but we not gonna have no interference or nothing, because for what? What was it for? Just to show that those guys are heels? We know. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't get it. It was just quick and messy and too much going on. Impact Games was going on, man. Thanks for joining the chat. He said that punch looked stiff. It did look stiff. Talking about the Kevin Gates thing, I assume. And he said, I'm getting tired of all these hardcore gimmick matches on AEW. They mean less and less each time they're used so much. That is an excellent point. Because the problem with this match is that they've done them too much, and this, you can easily put this in a ranking. It's like, all right, shit, I seen Jon Moxley and Chris Jericho try to kill each other. I seen Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega go through barbed wire and tables and all. Like, this is like, I seen Lance Archer. Who Lance Archer fighting? Was it? I think that was Moxley.
Yeah, that match.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like those matches were so much better.
Hangman and Adam Cole.
Exactly. Hangman, Adam Cole. Those matches were so much better than what we just saw for the main event.
Ty Conti and Jay versus
exactly. Britt Baker.
LP Ford and
Yep. So all of those were better than this one. All of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's my point. Like, he's making a good point. Like the more and more you do this, it's just gonna dilate it, dilute it. Next time they announce a barbed wire match, I'm gonna be like, all right, again. You know what I mean? Like at that point, that's what it is. It's like
they abusing that as much as WWE abuses cage matches.
facts.
Ladder matches.
It's almost the same.
Because
yeah. They maybe more. No, you right, because WWE pull out the cage on SmackDown. You right.
Yeah,
definitely
you know what I'm saying?
will. They definitely will.
AEW do better with like the ladder and cage matches. There's been 3-4 cage matches overall. I think.
They don't have a lot of those. It's just I think what Impact Games is saying is like the hardcore stuff.
100% correct.
Yeah, like
He's
the hardcore stuff.
Correct.
Yeah, man, because that hard. It's just like, all right, so we're gonna get blood. Like WWE's thinking about going to TV 14, I assume, so they could have a little more goriness on their show or whatever. But I don't think they'll ever go to the levels of because literally I be trying to watch wrestling with my son, and when the matches get like this, I have to turn away. So as far as the kids are concerned, WWE is a better product to watch for the youth. You know what I mean? They're cussing 10 times less. You know what I mean? It's like. So it's definitely a better show. So I understand why WWE doesn't want their product to look exactly like this. But AEW just needs to be careful because I think Impact Games is right. Like, yeah, I didn't even think about that, but I actually think that he's making a good point because they doing this a little bit too much. He said the end of this feud would have been a perfect time to break out the barbed wire and death match strip, but we are just coming off blood and guts, anarchy in the arena, and Mox bleeding every single match. That's facts. That's exactly what Trav said. That's facts. RYN, thanks for stopping through the stream, man. Appreciate you, my guy. He said, or my gal, I don't know. At least Wardlow didn't get buried last night.
Was Wardlow on the show last night?
I don't remember seeing him on the show.
He wasn't on the show last night.
So he did get buried. And I'm glad you said that, RYN, because what the fuck is going on with his TNT title run? Just throw that belt in the trash can. Why'd you even give it to him?
He just fought Orange Cassidy last week.
Exactly. That's my fucking point. What is going on with this title reign? That's exactly what I just said about Swerve and Our Glory. You make him a joke by putting him against people who are jokes. It just is what it is. I know Orange Cassidy can wrestle. He's great. But Wardlow isn't a comedy wrestler. You know why it worked with Will Ospreay? Because Will Ospreay is funny. And he can do that comedy shit. You know what I mean?
thought the match was good.
The match with Wardlow was good. I'm not saying it wasn't good. It was definitely good.
Going straight into that.
Absolutely.
You know
exactly.
Right after the nigga just been fucking with Mark Sterling for that long.
Right. It's just like, bro, give me something serious. He just got tortured by, I know the MJF stuff was kind of serious, but it was like the handcuffs and the security. I just want a Wardlow feud where he just gets to look like a beast against one opponent. Like I want Wardlow to go up against Lance Archer and beat the crap out of him or whatever. Like, that's what I need. You know what I mean? I need serious feuds.
For a while because Lance is in Japan.
Yeah, Lance in Japan right now. Yeah, but I need some serious feuds. Oh, one more thing before we move on. We do got to mention the House of Black thing because I feel like that's important. Miro showing up.
Oh, when Sting came out,
that was fire.
Bro, listen, when the lights went black while Sting came to help him, and then when the lights came on and they was just staring at each other already, that shit was so.
I was like, that's hard right there. I was like, I like that. I was like, yo, Sting got the intuition, nigga. Sting, nigga, I'm used to the lights being off, nigga.
The dark is my shit. What the fuck you doing?
Still in my gimmick, nigga. I know where you at.
Yeah. That was fire.
Yeah, that was
like
dope.
This whole aesthetic between him and Malachi Black, though.
I love everybody in both of those groups. Like Darby and Sting are like the perfect group because it's like they're not a tag team, but they're a tag team. It's like how a lot of tag teams could be, but no one ever talks about the fact that they're like technically solo. Like Darby is usually wrestling solo matches. You know what I mean? And Sting comes in and helps when they do their tag matches when they can or whatever. So it's like, I like their dynamic. House of Black is just dope. And now that they're getting the opportunity, like we saw what Brody King can do. That dude is an animal.
I think.
You know what I mean? He feels like the leader.
They come out, I think when they come out with them trios titles, they the ones who should win it first.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't know how realistic that would be because they waiting for Kenny to come back.
I know. I know. But they need to make new stars, man. Don't be WWE and just keep putting the belts on people that we expect to have the belts. Like, Young Bucks and Kenny Omega don't need belts, especially some trios titles. The belts would definitely be lifted by putting them on them, but I think you need to focus on creating,
The funny shit about
long-term
Kenny is
talent.
we still don't know how he feels about the Young Bucks though.
That's a good point because they were riffing
we ain't seen
when
them
he
together
left.
since.
Yeah,
We ain't see because the last time we saw Kenny, it was when he was saying that he's going to be out for a while. He was with the Bucks and Adam Cole, and then he was like, "I still haven't watched the match back yet." So at that point, he didn't see that the Young Bucks gave this nigga Hangman the okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
That shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah, so that should be interesting to see what happens coming off of that. I guess we got the last night of Fyter Fest on this Friday coming up. Okay, cool. So we'll see what happens. What matches are they? Announced a couple matches for it.
I got it right here. It's Hangman and John Silver against the Butcher and Blade for that whole shit that happened. Lee Moriarty and Dante Martin. Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter is facing somebody. It just says they're in action.
Okay.
Hold on. All right, we got Jay Lethal and Christopher Daniels also. But listen,
they just made that last night.
Look, this we got a rap battle going on.
What the hell? This is gonna be hilarious.
Max Caster and Austin Gunn.
I cannot wait.
Austin Gunn,
you got bars though.
He better not fuck around and say the wrong word.
You already know. You are like let's come on, man. I'm praying for him.
I heard he has bars.
He's apparently like featured on some of Max's songs, and he performs with him at his shows. I assume that's why they're even doing this. Like they're boys and do that shit. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it because rap battles are always fun if they're good. If they're like try to take it serious, but not too serious. Don't like. My gun bar, my gun jam. Don't be over here T-raving it. You know what I mean? Don't be trying to eat niggas' food and shit.
Nigga, listen, bro, I'm about to be in this like wilding out type show. Like it's called
Really?
845 Be Wildin'. Yeah, because this my area code 845. So we call it 845 Be Wildin'. But the chick who's hosting my shit, she got this nigga Hitman Holler to come like to the show. Nigga, I'm about to cook this nigga.
She got the real rappers to come.
Because she
Wait a minute, you're battling Hitman Holla?
No, I'm not battling.
Oh,
but
bro, I was
when
about
the
to
wild,
say that's
when
about
the,
to be
when
epic.
the wild style part comes up, I'm gonna have.
You about to have bars. Oh, nigga, I have to see that, bruh. Like you have to get footage of that. The whole thing.
Oh, yeah, somebody's recording this shit.
No, nigga, I'm dead serious. Like you have to have footage, like good HD footage, nigga. Like that's. I have to see that shit.
I got you, bro.
Yeah, man.
When she told me that shit, I was like, what?
Yeah, that's tight.
I don't care. I don't even care if this nigga's not playing any of the games. If this nigga's just here to host.
Yeah, just there to,
like,
fuck it. Anybody in the building can get it. Nigga, you doing one of them joints, anybody in the building can get it. Be like Andrew Schultz of battle rap, niggas. Shit.
That shit is August 20th.
That's what's up, man. Good luck, man. I know that shit will be fun as hell.
I did one show with them before.
How was
nigga,
it?
That shit went pretty good. Like it started off a little shaky at first, but then like we had to take a little intermission, and once we got back to the stage, shit was lit.
Okay.
Nigga, when it came to the wild style part, I cooked.
Bro, I gotta see this, bro. I have to see this, bro.
Yeah. But
I have to see this.
Yeah, like at that show, the nigga Ron Browse was on my team.
Okay.
Yeah. So like it was cool, but we got Hitman coming. I can't wait to.
Yeah, that should be fun. That should be fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of battle raps, well, yeah, I guess not speaking of battle raps because that wait a minute, that's happening on Friday.
That's happening on Friday, yeah.
Oh, I thought that was Wednesday. So that's not next week. That's on Friday. Oh, fuck! I gotta watch Rampage. Fuck. All right. So too much wrestling. He said, I'm hoping they build Warlow up for a few months and eventually have Miro challenging for a title. That's a good idea. Still, we didn't mention Miro, but I'm definitely interested to see what he does.
Nigga,
he came out with
is he
one
gonna
dark
join
shade
these
and
niggas?
one light shade. It looked weird. I didn't know what was going on. He might join them. He might not. I don't know.
I don't want him to join.
Me neither. It's a bad idea. Why?
Yeah, I don't want him to join.
He should be a solo monster, just him and God.
But he should take out fucking Buddy and Malachi, and him and Brody King should have a wild ass match.
We gotta get that match. It's just,
Yeah, we
got,
gotta.
it's just man, we it's just
Bro,
like
I was
who
telling you
have
about Brody
lose.
King, bro.
Yeah, you were, bro.
Before he got signed.
You sold me
New
last
Japan
night.
Strong,
That
baby.
shit was, whew. That was a gruesome beat day. It was just so believable. It was just so like, yeah, Darby would get his ass beat by that dude. Like, look at that dude. Like, Darby ain't got a
Chops,
shot.
bro.
It's like, yeah, them chops. He was chopping the shit out his back. He was chopping. I was like, damn. Every time he did it, I'd be like, ah. Be like my back. That shit hurt. It looks so painful. Powerhouse Hobbs, Warlow, Claudio, Miro, Lance Sargent, Brody King, midweight, heavyweight. Yeah, I mean, we got AEW has a loaded roster. I think that we know that of extreme talent, like high level talent, big guys, little guys, medium size. They got too much talent. They only got 3 hours of TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Legit TV.
Once they able to get all the ROH shit off of AEW,
That's what I said,
when they
man.
able to get shit is gonna be back. Cause even when the New Japan shit was mixed in, like shit was a little like
that Forbidden Door is making the party a little crowded. Yeah, I mean,
it was too much shit going on. But once RH get their own TV,
it was like
deal
Black
and
Friday,
streaming
nigga.
shit.
It was like Black Friday in wrestling, nigga. They opened that door. Everybody was like, "Come here, I want my deals, nigga. I'm here. Give me a match."
Yeah.
Everybody bust through, nigga. Now it's the zillion people in here. We don't know how to get everybody out. We gotta figure this shit out. So yeah, hopefully they fix that soon. But that's enough Fyter Fest coverage, man. Let's get into some of these news. So what happened?
I was about to say, I heard they're depending on this show on Saturday to try to get them a deal from somewhere.
A TV deal.
Huh?
A TV deal, you mean?
Yeah, like
I would hope
a
so.
TV deal or a streaming deal.
That's why they're making it.
Whatever.
That's why they're jamming the card up. That's why they're loading the card up. I agree.
That is it.
I hope so. I'm rooting for ROH. They need a little boost. You know what I mean? And it's such a legendary brand at this point. Like so many wrestlers that we're rooting for in both AEW and WWE came from ROH. So it's, they deserve a shot, but they got to produce a good product at the end of the day. So,
I mean, do you want to talk about that now, or you want to go through the news shit first?
We can go. We could transition to that since we there already.
Yeah. So got the show this Saturday. The Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor.
What's the card looking like now? It's updated. We got some new matches.
Yeah, I got it right here. So obviously the main event for the ROH World Championship is Jonathan Gresham versus Claudio Castanoli. That's gonna be listen, Jonathan Gresham is like 5'5", and Claudio's one of the strongest wrestlers. So that's gonna be crazy. And to see Gresham twist this thing however fuck way, that's gonna be crazy. We got the ROH 6-man tag team championships on the line with the Righteous. That's
the returning championships because they've been gone, right? These belts have been gone.
Yeah. So we got the Righteous, which is Vincent, Bateman. I know Bateman and Dutch. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not familiar with everybody.
Everybody knows Bateman.
I only know Bateman. I only know Bateman. And they're going up against Dalton Castle and the Boys. So
I know Dalton Castle.
That should be, that should be interesting. You know how Dalton Castle gives it up. Mm-hmm. We got the ROH television title. We got Samoa Joe going up against Jay Lethal. They've been building this shit up. This is one of them things that's been taking up time on AEW that other people could be getting.
Useless time. It's not even entertaining.
Yeah. So
it's just like, why is this happening on this show?
I ain't gonna lie, Jay Lethal is a smidgen entertaining to me, but it's just
no. Jay Lethal is really good. It's just this. I don't.
Like,
Joe's
like
not even there. Joe's not even there. He's in Hollywood.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem.
Like, this ain't a feud, nigga. Like, I don't. They just doing this so Joe could drop the belt and keep going to do whatever he's doing. Like, so Jay's trying to get this match over by himself, and it's just not working for me, honestly. I mean, I don't even care about it. So, what else is happening?
Then we got a singles match between Willow Nightingale and Allison Kay. That should be pretty fire.
Be good. Yeah.
I think Allison Kay is probably going to stay with ROH, but I wouldn't mind seeing her in AEW.
I think Willow's about to be in AEW.
She needs to be.
I think she's about to be.
That'd be
they'll
a smart
offer her
move.
contract soon.
Yeah. We got the ROH women's title between Mercedes Martinez and Serena Deeb. That should be
That's
a
gonna be
dope
fun.
match.
Yeah,
I think Serena may win that.
she better win that. I think she should
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. And I think they should keep her on ROH for a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We got this might be the match that these last two matches is probably gonna be the show stealers, and got the ROH Pure Championship match between Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia. That's gonna be crazy. I'm not gonna lie. So that's probably the match I want to see most. Besides this match,
I'm about to say what?
besides this 2 out of
No
3
one see niggas
falls
walk
match
around
for
with
the
17
ROH.
belts. Yeah, I'm trying. Right now, FTR is like top 5 acting pro wrestling. You know what I mean? Like,
Nigga, Dax Harwood is top 3 wrestlers of the year in my opinion.
oh yeah, he's definitely in the top 3 for wrestler of the year. I think Dax Harwood is
Yeah.
right up. It'd be hard for me to sit up here and think of the other 2 names to go with him because
Oh, I know. I
that's
know
how good he's
nigga,
been.
John
You know what I
Moxley's
mean?
up there, bro. Since that nigga came back from fucking that
I
rehab
guess you
shit,
would kind of have to put John Moxley up there. It's crazy because I'm so
Nigga.
used to hearing his name. He's been at the top for
He
so
made-
long, but
he made
for
Wheeler
good
Yuta a
reason.
star, bro.
You're right, 100%. He beat the shit out of him and made
Yeah.
him a star. You're right.
Yeah. Facts, bro.
You're right. So yeah, John Moxley would definitely probably have to be up there. Maybe and Roman Reigns. Well, no, I couldn't even put Roman Reigns up there this
Roman
year.
ain't wrestled. He
'Cause
wrestled
he ain't
twice
done
this
shit
year.
this year. Yeah, he ain't done shit this year. Last year, yeah, Roman number 1. This year, not so much. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely put Dax up there, man. He knows it too. Him and his boy know it. They both know the work that they put in. So I'm looking forward to that match,
yeah,
of course.
The
And
ROH World Tag Team Championships, 2
Yeah.
out of 3 falls between FTR going up against the Briscoes. That's gonna be crazy,
another
bro.
classic.
I ain't gonna lie, I still didn't see their first match.
Oh, you didn't see it? I went back and watched it. That shit was ridiculous.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
I need to go back and watch.
No, before you watch this one, you should
No,
definitely
I'm
go watch
make
that
sure
one.
that I do that.
That's one of the greatest tag team matches I've ever seen. Like,
I
yeah,
heard.
hands down. It's that like I've seen like even over the past few years, we've seen some classic tag team, like some great tag team matches. That Young Bucks and is one
Omega and Page.
Omega and Page match is like another one of the greatest tag team matches I've ever seen.
Young Bucks and the Lucha Bros.
Young Bucks and the Lucha Bros, the Usos and the
Cage
fucking
match?
the fuck, not the New Day. Who did the Usos fight last year? I can't even, maybe it was New Day. Anyways, I can't remember. But yeah, we've seen some banging ass motherfucking tag team matches over the last few years. But
They got FTR, the Young Bucks. They got FTR had a fucking regular ass Dynamite match with the Butcher and the Blade. That was crazy.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and we definitely
Like
get
when
better
they
tag
first
team
got here.
wrestling in AEW. That's not even. We can't. There's no Viking
Yeah.
Raiders in AEW. We get good tag team wrestling over there. You got 4 tag teams
wish
in
the fucking
WWE
Viking
and the
Raiders
whole
was in
company and 2 sets of belts. You got 4 teams and 2 sets of belts. That shit don't make no sense. AEW
Yeah,
got
bro.
75 tag teams and 1 set of belts. Like, it is just like, damn, they ain't got enough belts to go around. You know what I mean? For the tag team division.
Yeah.
But, you know, AEW needs to like be the one with the 2 sets of tag team belts or something. They definitely just need to get their trios titles popping, honestly. RYN said Becky Lynch for Wrestler of the Year. She's definitely up there too. Well, I mean,
I got Bianca over Becky.
over Becky.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Becky could if she did win it, I wouldn't be mad at that because she's just
Her
great.
character work is better than
Her character,
everybody's,
her
though.
yeah, I was
She's
about to
better
say,
than
yeah,
all of
it's
them.
about
Like
the character.
Bianca's just a happy-go-lucky, strong girl. Like her character is good. While she's really good at it, it's nothing new or exciting. She's like a better version of Naomi. No disrespect, but you know what I mean. It's just Becky Lynch is like she's a psychopath fashionista. I don't even know what she is. She's but I love it because she comes out with looking like a completely different person every week. I mean, her outfits be outrageous, just like her husband, and she's one of the best wrestlers in the world. Like she puts on banging ass matches all the
Her and
time.
Bianca at
That shit
was it
about to be fire.
WrestleMania?
Yeah, that shit was fire, and they
Yeah,
about to
that's
have
one of the
another fire one.
top
Like,
10 matches of the year.
yeah, and they
for
about
sure.
to have they about to kill it again. So Becky Lynch would definitely be at least top 5 for me out of all women. She's definitely the best. Her and Bianca are the best in WWE.
I have to say top 2.
Yeah,
to be perfect.
yeah. Honestly, yeah, probably be her and Dax sitting on the on the mother. Her and Dax Hardwood sitting at the top. I don't know if Seth would like that. He's been kind of aggy. And speaking of Seth Rollins being aggy, you like that transition game? You like that nice transition game? Strong, boy. Speaking of Seth Rollins being aggy, let's talk about Seth going on the fans. Because recently, I think it was yesterday actually, or maybe it was last week sometime, Seth Rollins had some people come to his wrestling gym where he works. He was kind of doing, some training or whatever, and he said that some people kind of approached him about, some fans, and you got to put fans in quotations because sometimes wrestling people be kind of fucking weird. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna even, it is what it is. But, not all of y'all, but some of y'all weird as fuck. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So he kind of just snapped, but he did reply to those people on Twitter, and no one asked him to do this. So I want to commend him for even doing this. I'll read the tweet. It was actually an Instagram post. Instagram post. He said, Black and Brave Wrestling, I guess that's the name of the school. He said, I love interacting with my fans. You guys are the best. Your continued support of me and the Black and Brave Wrestling enterprise is what keeps our collective hearts beating strong. Today, a couple of young cats saw my wife and me training in the back of the brick and mortar and stopped by to say hello. Unfortunately, I was right in the middle of a long workout. I was very harsh and abrupt in my candor. For that, I apologize. There's no excuse for that. If either of you folks who I was short with today are reading this, please come back another time. I love to apologize in person. That open invite is all inclusive too. Feel free to pop by the school. If I happen to be here, please just be conscious of what's going on around you. Don't be deterred if I'm teaching a class or deep in the sweat game. It may take a few extra minutes, but I promise I'm down to take a pic or have a quick chat. In closing, thank you again to all of you who've had our backs over the years. Here's to many more. Our door is always open during business hours, in quotations. So come on by.
When a nigga end that shit in closing, nigga,
Right.
when a nigga end that shit with in closing, you know that shit is serious.
Yeah. So this to me just seems like he's cleaning up a mess that he made, because this could have quickly got out of hand, because I think Seth Rollins has already had a reputation of being an asshole to fans in the past. He's had a couple instances in the past where he's not been too nice to fans trying to talk to him. And I think he doesn't want that to be his reputation. So I think he's getting out in front of this before the fans start going to complain on the internet and Seth Rollins did this to me and he was mean to me at his gym, and then it becomes another thing. So
is there footage of this?
That's a good question. I would assume there is, and that's probably why he got out in front of it, because he doesn't want it to just come out and him being an asshole on tape to some random fans, and then he got to come out and explain it. So this looks way better. You know what I mean? With him just being like, yo, I was an asshole to some kids yesterday. Let me just go online and see if I can find them. That looks way better than them putting him on blast and then him being like, oh, my bad. Because then it doesn't look genuine at all if he does it. You know what I mean? So this is the only way this could have played out, honestly. I don't even know if he means it. I mean, obviously he means it if he's telling them to come by. He means come by and he'll take a picture, but I don't know if he actually cares. It's like that they're mad. I think this is more of a business play. Like, it's just smart for his business and his reputation and his gym. Like, and that's me being cynical. I'm probably being cynical. Like, maybe he does care that they're mad or want to take a, but I'm just like, in my head is like, he knew he fucked up by doing that, because that could have been bad business for his gym and the reputation of his gym. Kids might not want to come sign up or what, like anything. Like, you don't want that to become the reputation. So, we'll see.
Well, listen, any motherfucker that brings up money in the argument, You feel me?
What you talking? What you
Like
mean?
you know what type of motherfuckers I'm talking about. Like
Oh
when
yeah,
him
yeah,
and
yeah,
Will
yeah.
Spray was going at it,
Oh
and
yeah.
then he was like, "Nigga, I'm the better wrestler." He went, "Nigga, you ain't got more
Yeah,
paper than me."
yeah,
Them
that's
type
right.
of
That's right. Yeah,
so you
he is a
know
douchebag.
that's
He's
the
a
type of
douchebag.
I'm thinking about.
The tweets. I forgot about the whole Seth Rollins Twitter era. I'm glad he
Yeah.
removed himself from Twitter for a while, so I kind of forgot. But he was on a roll of douchebaggery and idiocy on Twitter for a while, just saying ridiculous things. I got more money than you, bro. It's like, what? It's Will Ospreay though. Like you're trying to be him. Like you can't.
Yeah, bro.
That was so disrespectful. But yeah, so I'm glad he apologized. Good for him. We can move on to the next story, and that story is a cryptic tweet by Bray Wyatt. I don't know if any of you guys saw this. Real quick, Lyle's Music said, question, why are the ratings down in both promotions, AEW and WWE? Because they're both, neither one of them are putting on interesting product at this very moment. Like there's parts of each show that's good, but that's not going to keep fringe fans locked in. Like you need to have, that era of SmackDown where Jimmy and Jay or Jay and Roman were, it was must-see TV. You had to watch on Fridays because it was like, what the fuck is Roman going to do to Jay this week? How's he going to torture him? Like, it's just like, there's certain storylines and wrestlers that, and I think we're just lacking that right now. AEW's problem is too much going on, and WWE's problem is not enough going on. It's crazy.
You know how I eliminate that?
How?
I'm only watching AEW.
Facts. I feel you.
So,
I feel you. And
so,
see me, I be like, I only want to watch WWE, but AEW be better most of the time. So I'm like, I gotta watch this shit. It's a better show. Like I want to watch it. So shit.
Bro, I have not been watching that shit at all, bro. Except
I can't really blame you.
I'm not gonna lie.
Once
I've been
Roman left,
watching everything else. Like
you be watching everything else too, and it's just like once Roman left,
Impact
it's just
is lit right now. Fucking AEW, New Japan is they doing the G1 right now. And New Japan Strong is just as good as Rampage. It's crazy out here.
Right. Oh, he going back to sleep. I was like, he getting up already. My son about to wake up from his nap. I'm watching him on the monitor. I'm like, boy, you been asleep for an hour. I know you ain't woke up yet. But yeah, I think that's why, man. There's a few different reasons. I think it's summertime and people are outside. You know what I mean? It's like the ratings always go down a little bit during this season because people be doing stuff. You know what I mean? Friday nights, especially, you got two of the shows that are happening on Friday nights during the summer. The ratings going down. Oh, yeah. This is what it is. So, yeah. Summertime wrestling based audience, dull storylines. Hey, he answered it for me. I ain't even see that. He said what I just said. So yeah, RYN answered the question for you. That's the answer right there. So Bray Wyatt's cryptic tweet. Bray Wyatt changed his Twitter bio, and he put in his Twitter bio, I'm gonna read this real quick. He said, begin again, kid. It's what you do. And that's a quote by Vince McMahon. I guess that's one of the dickhead things Vince McMahon used to say to him. Like, who would say that? Like, that would feel like torture. Yo, begin again, kid. It's what you do. Motherfucker, I'm tired of starting over. Why you keep making me start over, bitch? I'm tired. This shit is good. Why you keep fucking it up so I have to start over? Like, damn it. But yeah, so I'm not sure what it means. Do you think that he's gonna end up back in WWE, bro?
Bray Wyatt?
Bray Wyatt, yes.
I feel like he's more than likely to go back there than go anywhere else. I mean, I wouldn't be really surprised if he showed up anywhere, but like he's just perfect for it. I could see him like 50% going there, 45% going to Impact because they will let him do what the fuck he wants. And I just can't see it with like New Japan or some shit like that. Maybe AEW.
Bray Wyatt is made for WWE.
That's what I'm saying.
He should not be anywhere else. Nowhere else can afford well, I can't say they can afford it, but no one else has the production value that WWE has. And everything Bray Wyatt does is about production value. It's not about in-ring ability. You know, he has some. He's not terrible in the ring. He's good enough in the ring to get good matches out of him. And, but it's all storytelling and character work. And WWE have the resources to be able to do whatever they want. I mean, this motherfucker, then came out of Jack in the Box. Like he has done all kind of crazies. Like he had a whole movie match. Like that was amazing. One of the best things he's done in his career. So it's just like he has to be WWE. So if he does come back, I hope it's with WWE. Oh, yep, he's getting up. All right, so let's get through this.
You see what Impact said?
What Impact say?
He said he think AEW ratings down due to all the injuries because, like Daniels out, Punk's out,
Oh, that's
Cole's
another
out.
good point. That's another good point. It is a tough time for especially AEW just because most of the top stars are out with injury.
MJF
Turn
out.
the baby room on. Sorry,
especially
guys.
since MJF ain't been on TV like that.
Yeah. MJF honestly hasn't been missed that much because of Christian. Like we talked about before, like they replaced him very well.
I'm not talking about just the character. Well, I'm talking about motherfuckers used to watch that motherfucker MJF.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think
he used
more
to be
people
like
probably
one of the
tuned
highest rated segments on the shit.
That's facts, and he made sure to point that out too. So yeah, that's true. What's going on, Dave? Thanks for stopping through, man. We be here for a few more minutes. We got a couple more stories to cover, and one of those stories is Mauro Ranalo possibly signing with AEW. Now, I am not sure what capacity that this will happen in, but it was Dave Meltzer that reported it earlier that said AEW has been in recent discussions with Mauro, and this is different than the previous discussions because apparently when they first started, AEW first started, they spoke to Mauro then, but he was doing a bunch of other stuff, and I think maybe still with WWE or just leaving WWE. So, but now, they're this is so hilarious. He like stares right directly into the camera. I wish I could show you. It's like he knows exactly what the camera is. He's like, "Come get me." It's hilarious. But yeah, I don't know if he really knows if he was planning on like coming to AEW then when he was doing whatever he was doing back then, but now they're talking again. I know everyone don't like Mauro. I love Mauro. Like I think he's one of the best play-by-play guys in pro wrestling. He's entertaining. He knows hip-hop. I love him.
Yeah, I was about to say, my son is hip. He always got some, like, trendy references.
He got bars. He got all the trendy references. He knows everything that's going on. I'm like a decade younger than him, and he's more hip than I am. I don't even know.
When he did the Kenny Omega and Rich Swann match, I was like, I was glad to hear him after a while.
Oh yeah, he did call that match. He sure did call that match. I almost forgot about that. He sure did.
Send him in. Send him in.
All right. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him in Impact or ROH either. You know what I mean? I think he would do. I think he would do a crap load. I think he would change Ring of Honor. If he was over there telling stories for those wrestlers and the way they wrestle, and
him and Caprice Coleman would be
crazy together, bro. That would be a great commentary team, son. So I could definitely see them at least doing something like that because they got extra table now because Tony owns ROH. So because I don't really see them moving off of anybody on AEW. Like Taz is great. You can't really get rid of Excalibur. Obviously, he's earned his spot forever.
Taz and Excalibur got to stay together.
Yeah, they got to stay. JR is part-time, kinda. Not part-time, but he just comes in halfway through the show.
I could see Mauro taking over for JR.
I could too.
Already starting to put him down in the just send him out for the main event and shit.
Yeah. I could see that happening.
And Rampage.
Yeah. I know it's not up to JR. I just, I don't want to see JR just like shoved out the door because he's old, even though he do be fucking up. Because JR still got that classic JR voice. You hear JR's voice, you hear wrestling. You know what I mean? Just because he's been around so long.
It's just not only he be fucking up a little bit. It's just when he don't like something, he lets it be known. That shit.
You can't bury your own company. He be burying AEW like shit.
You can't do that, bro.
What the hell are we looking at right now? I'd be like, JR, you can't do that. It's your show. WWE about to start clipping that shit. They about to start clipping it and reposting it.
Like that nigga can't stand the fucking tag matches, nigga.
Right? He'd be like, man, what's going on?
He always be
tight. Who's the legal man? He'd be mad as
yeah.
He be so upset. Who's the legal? It's not the legal man.
Yeah, he was stressing that shit
He
like
was.
on Friday, or he was
He
stressing that shit.
Oh man, that shit is hilarious. With Jesse the Body Ventura, that would be awesome if that actually happened. I would love to see that. Damn, Jesse the Body Ventura, back on the commentary table. Damn, man, one of the OG commentators. But yeah, man. Speaking of JR, if you saw my IG, there might have been 4 things on there that interested you in a recent post. And by those 4 things, I mean the Neidhart sisters' titties. That's what I mean, because Lord Jesus, it's a lot of titty. But it was an Instagram post where Natalia was just, shouting at her sister, like, my sister's beautiful. And they both of them literally just got their titties in the screen. Like, it's clearly like a thirst trap. Like, hey, look at our boobs. Like, they're pretty much falling out of their shirts.
I'd be like, that's.
But hey, I'm not complaining. You want to show me your titties? All right, cool. I like titties. So I ain't going to be mad, whatever. But JR decided to jump in the DMs. No, he didn't do that. He just jumped on the timeline. And JR was like, yeah, she's what did he say exactly? He was like, she's really pretty.
He said,
what you got it?
She's like, your sister's beautiful. Wish she was older.
Wish she was a bit older. I was like, whoa, JR.
You said
JR, she's like 25. I don't know how old she is, but she's like 50 years younger than you. Relax. Relax, JR. I don't know if she was creeped out or flattered by that. I was like,
yeah.
JR?
Man, listen, I ain't gonna lie though, bro.
Yeah, both of them. I mean,
here go right here.
Yeah.
It says, she's gorgeous, runs in the family, wish she was a bit older.
Yeah, so he went at both of them, basically, low-key. You know what I mean? He was like, he's just saying, Natalia, if she ain't with it, you know what I mean? I don't know what you and Tyson got going on, but, you know JR disrespectful, boy. JR disrespectful. JR will just wait till he finds her OnlyFans. Wait till he finds OnlyFans, period.
Jenny is
she's bad. Yeah,
crazy.
She's Jenny could get a ride around the block. No doubt about it. I see you, son. I'm coming to get you, buddy. He's hilarious. All right, man. Speaking of hilarious, let's get into, well, this isn't hilarious. This is actually awesome. This is great news, great stuff, because we're going to talk about Cody Rhodes real quick, winning an ESPY. He won an ESPY last night at the show hosted by Wardell, Stephen Curry. He won an ESPY for best moment. I guess that's the only category WWE has. That's the WWE award at the ESPYs. And he won for his Hell in a Cell match against Seth Rollins, that 25-minute classic that will live forever and probably turned him into the next whoever, Stone Cold, The Rock, I don't know. But Cody's a made man at this point. You know what I mean? And I think just adding an ESPY to his resume just solidifies that. You think it was deserved?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as in WWE, like, just him, when he took that jacket off, bro.
That was like shock and horror.
Yeah.
Shock and horror.
It's like, what is this nigga? Is this nigga transforming or some shit? Like that? Like, his arm was all swole, bro. So, like, that, I don't know if people could tell that. Like, people was questioning if it was makeup and shit, bro. You could see how swole his whole arm was.
That Joe was puffed up. And you could see, like, the bruise. It looked like the bruises was under his skin. Like, you can't, like, you could see veins and stuff coming through. It was like, what? It's not fake.
Yeah,
and enough makeup. Like, go rub. Like, he's rubbing up against somebody. Do you think it's makeup? Like, how they gonna... Wouldn't it rub off once he starts wrestling?
I was about to say, makeup comes off. Like,
I'm like, what the hell y'all think is going on out here?
And then Seth Rollins digging it into his fucking arm with the fucking kendo stick and shit like that. Like, come on,
this man ain't been in a ring since. Like, he's legit hurt. So it's like, for him to go through that for 25 minutes and have a great match. Like, he kept doing like every crossroads he did just looked so painful. It's just like, it's just so I 1000% agree that he should have won it. But I am curious though who you think should have been number 2 if there was a second place for this award, moment of the year, last 12 months for WWE.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. My WWE memory isn't the best.
It's a lot of forgettable stuff
Like,
that happens on the
yeah,
show.
it will probably have something to do with Bianca.
Thank you. I was like, nigga, there's literally one moment that you could pick.
Yeah.
It's Bianca winning the title back. That's what it was. That was the moment.
Yeah, because that match was one of the best matches this year that happened so far.
Yeah.
So,
and that was one of the best stories after Becky beat her in 26 seconds. Story that's still going, obviously. That should culminate at SummerSlam.
Listen, at this SummerSlam, is Bianca gonna beat Becky in 26 seconds? A year later?
I hope not. It's bad storytelling. It's just bad storytelling. That's just bad. What's the likelihood in reality that something like that would happen? 0. So
KOD,
I don't want to see it happen
1, 2,
in a
3.
scripted show. Yeah, it's like
bars.
bars, nigga, bars. Yeah, I don't. That'd be some real WWE shit to do. You know what I mean? But at SummerSlam, no, not a match that you built to. They could get away with that before because it wasn't supposed to be that match. You know what I mean? It's like, so they could get away with Becky just showing up like, hey, I challenge you and doing that. But they can't be like telling people for 2 months that they going to fight and then they don't fight for real. They get 30 seconds of a match. People buy a ticket to SummerSlam, which is not cheap, to see Becky and Bianca, and they wrestle for 30 seconds. I'm fighting everybody. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But that's our last story today. Anything else you want to throw in there, Trav, before we get up out of here?
Nah, just wanted to mention a couple G1 matches.
Any G1 matches that were crazy that we need to.
Yeah, like just a couple fire matches that y'all could go out your way and watch. Willow Spray versus El Phantasmo was pretty crazy. Tai Chi versus Ishii was mad hard hitting and crazy. Fucking Okada and Jeff Cobb always have a crazy ass match. Fucking Naito and Haruki Goto had a fire match. And just be on the lookout for my biz Tom Lawler. He ain't have his first match yet, but yeah. Other than that, the G1's been pretty cool. So yeah, look. I was just letting the people know to look out for a couple matches.
Which ones did you mention?
I mentioned Willow Spray versus El Phantasmo.
Yes,
that was probably the craziest match so far. Ishii versus Tai Chi was crazy hard hitting. I said, it was crazy hard hitting. Jeff Cobb and Okada always have a crazy ass match.
I watched the wrong one. Still haven't watched it.
Yeah,
did I tell you? I don't even know if I took. No, we weren't on air when we were talking about that. Yeah. I was on YouTube and I saw New Japan post Okada versus Jeff Cobb, and I thought it was the match that just happened. It was
you gotta look at the year that they posted. That was from 2019.
This match was crazy. I was talking about Trav all about it. It's like, yeah, that was the old match, bro. I was like, what? I just spent 30 minutes watching that match for nothing. Oh, man, it's funny. But no, that match was great, too, so I'm glad I watched it. I got to catch up on the G1.
And Haruki Goto and Naito had a fucking...
Goto and Naito match turned out good.
Yeah, that match was pretty good, too.
Yeah,
none of these matches was, extra long yet.
Okada and Jeff Cobb... No, I watched the wrong match again.
You watched the wrong match. But the longest match probably 25 minutes, maybe half an hour at the most.
Bet.
Ain't no 45 minutes or nothing no hour long shit yet.
That's what's up. All right.
Nigga, I think the time limit is a half an hour.
This G1.
So yeah.
So they got 30 minutes anyway. So that's what's up. I'm sure we'll
Until
get some
30-minute
bangers, you know what I mean, before we get to the final four, or whatever, you know what I mean? But I'm looking forward to catching up on some of these matches. I usually wait till they start collecting points, and I know who's starting to look like, they go, because it's so many. It lasts a month, so it's like you're going to be watching it for a while. Plus, we got to be here tomorrow because we will be doing predictions. I will be putting my Wild Nation predictions title on the line against Super High Travis Sly once again for the Ring of Honor Death or Dishonor. Is it Death Before or Death or Dishonor?
Death Before Dishonor.
Death Before Dishonor pay-per-view. Not a premium live event. It's a pay-per-view. You paying $50 whole dollars. So we'll
I think it's
definitely
like, I thought it was 30.
No, I think it's like 30, 40. It's not 50. It's not WWE
Oh,
prices.
yeah.
They definitely charge
Okay.
a little bit less. But are you going to eat my headphone wire? But yeah, so we'll be here tomorrow to do predictions for that. Trav, you want to hop on around same time? Just do our regular time?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
We'll be here. We'll be tuned in, locked in at 420. You know what I mean? We might go live at 425, 430, but you be locked in at 420. We'll be here. We'll be doing predictions for that. No watch party on. I'll take that back. I think I am doing a watch party. I am doing a watch party for that. You trying to do the watch party or no? Because you got stuff to do on Saturday.
I got
so
some shit.
I'll be
lined
here.
up,
I
yeah.
might be here for Saturday doing a watch party. But we'll definitely be here next week as well because SummerSlam is next week. So we're gonna be, hopefully I don't lose my title because I need to collect some wins for the season title, the overall season title, and I'm still down by a couple victories. So hopefully I can collect a couple wins over the next 2 weeks, and we see how things go. But I'm sure Super High will have some picks in the bag because he knows more about Ring of Honor than I do. So I'm gonna have to, sharpen my Ring of Honor knowledge. Make sure.
Actually, I mean, if you talk about recent Ring of Honor, probably, but I'm not. I wasn't watching too much Ring of Honor. I wasn't. I told you,
I'm talking about
I just started
recent
watching.
stuff. Yeah, I haven't been. I haven't been watching recently at all. I don't know what's going on, honestly, except for what they putting on AEW. Like I know about
Exactly.
that stuff. So it is what it is. And I love the WWE 2K game. I don't play it anymore, Laos, unfortunately, just because I have a whole son and 3 companies I have to run. So unfortunately, I don't get to play video games. I have two Xbox Series X's and a PlayStation mounted on the wall. I got 2 65-inch LG. I have a $40,000 studio and game room, and I don't play video games because I no longer have time. I'm hoping. I actually been spending I'll spend 30, 45 minutes late night after he goes to bed playing that multiverses game. I'm playing the beta. They got the open beta out. So I've been playing that because that's a game you could play for 15, 20 minutes and hop off. You know what I mean? So, most games you get in it and you in it. You get on Call of Duty, it ain't 20, 30 minutes. One match could be 30 minutes. So it's I don't have time to play too many video games. WWE, a match could last 20 minutes, 30 minutes online. So I know, buddy. Daddy almost done. We're going to go get him some ice water because it's about 75,000 degrees here. As you can see, you want to say something to the people, buddy? What do you want to say? You want to say bye? You want to say bye-bye? You say bye-bye? Say bye-bye. Look at Trav. Look, he said bye-bye. You know how to say bye-bye. Wave to the people. All right, guys, we getting up out of here. It's your boy, Mr. HD. There you go. See, I knew you knew how to do it. He just came from his doctor's visit. That's why he looked like it looked like he was in the barbed wire match last night. Look at him.
Yeah, I was about to say, he got his shots.
Right, yeah, he got a bunch of shots today, so he's aggy. But we gonna get up out of here, man. Super High Travis Sly, appreciate you as always, brother. See you tomorrow for predictions, guys.
Yeah,
say bye one
absolutely.
more time. Later. All right, guys, we out of here. Peace.